listening to Laugh Out Loud with Dave and JJ.
I got to tell you, the more we produce this show, the more high-tech we get. We've now actually got 5 people on one telephone line.
Wow.
Spanning from Florida to north of the border. We are really, really breaking down barriers.
It's not because of me. I would have screwed it up.
Yeah. Me too. I just received the phone call. I'm not actually the one pushing the button, so all right.
We're at show number 2, and we've already doubled capacity.
Yeah. What's up with your Triple Crown racing team?
We've just been, for the most part, just been holding off. The equipment's there in Phoenix, and I've had a couple inquiries about some of the equipment there. Someone wanting to buy some stuff, and I really just trying to make sure all of my focus is going into trying to line something up for whatever it's going to be in NASCAR. If it's going to be a truck ride nationwide, so not spending too much time worrying about going out and running something. Obviously that's where I got myself in trouble last year. I had a couple opportunities that were possibly going to present themselves, and went to Kansas City and got myself injured and missed out on a couple opportunities. So, until things are really solid again on the NASCAR front, or we decide otherwise, probably just kind of cool a little bit on some of the open wheel stuff, and really make sure that my focus is on trying to get something lined up. So it makes it tough. I mean, obviously I want to go racing, and the thing in Hickory was kind of easy because it was just a quick little drive up there. But to go travel somewhere is going to be a little bit more difficult, and the fact of making sure that I want to make sure that everyone knows where I stand and what I want to do here. So, any communications with RCR? I'm only asking because I read an article probably about a week ago, and your name had popped up. Possibly a 4th car in 2011. Richard has come out in the last couple of days and said that more or less is more. Basically running the 3 cars has really been able to bring the programs all in line again, and pretty much was open about saying if he could get sponsorship, he would have liked to have had Mears back in the car. But I did read in an article earlier that that your name kind of attached to a 4th car in 2011. So I have spoke with Richard. I did actually before I went to Hall of Fame, and he was interested in trying to do something. At that time they still didn't have sponsorship for the 4th car, and that was a big concern. And it's tough. I've had some good calls. I've really I guess I've really learned the networking side here. I've met some really great people that are working pretty diligently to try to help get me back into a race car. I know that there are a couple opportunities out there from a sponsorship side. I've been told there's something on the horizon. A couple things have to go down before some companies can free up some of the money. But there's, like I said, there's some companies out there that are interested. We can get some things going. The biggest thing is just really trying to change the outlook of the sport. You have teams that go out and find a sponsorship, and they're really behind, they're really in the driver's seat when it comes to what they're going to do with the driver, how the sponsor gets, certain things. We're trying to approach it in a different aspect of partnering the driver with the sponsor and then going to a team, because ultimately doing it that way, the sponsor is going to have a lot more say-so. They're going to carry a lot more weight with the team. And, I think sometimes you have situations where sponsors come in, they're expecting one thing, the team delivers another. The sponsor will fulfill their obligation to the team, but once that's over, they're gone. They're out of the sport, and they leave with a bad taste in their mouth. Obviously that is a horrible situation because there's just not that many companies out there that can afford to fit a bill for $5, $15, or even $20 million. So when we get new money in the sport, you have to make sure that you over-deliver on everything that you possibly can to make sure that they're happy, so they're going to want to come back, and they're going to want to get in bigger and better and really have that commitment. And, that's what we're trying to do with some of these teams. And obviously, it's a little bit more difficult for me because, I have been in the sport from the Cup side, the nationwide side. I've had some pretty good success, but at the same time, I'm not a Dale Jr., I'm not a Tony Stewart. I'm not one of those guys that's been a top 10, top 15 in points situation. So it makes it a little bit harder sell.
You've been golfing, swinging the club?
I have not. I've spent a good amount of time working on getting our yard kind of back on track. Between yard work and we've been practicing a lot of t-ball.
Yeah. How's that going?
It's going good.
Has she hit that bullseye yet?
She really enjoys it. It makes it fun when when the day when the sun's out and it's obviously a beautiful, nice day. She wants to go out and hit some t-ball and practice throwing. And Kristen being the team mom and I'm assistant team mom.
And the potty truck person and water boy and.
Yeah, I've got a really long list. I think that the job that Kristen has taken is way, way more difficult than what the coach has to do. So I think next time we're going to do this, maybe for fall t-ball, we're putting in for coach positions because I can walk around with a clipboard. I can do that all day long.
Are you driving the golf cart to the games?
No, but I do pull the little red wagon that's full of water bottles and.
All right.
We're probably the most organized t-ball team. We've got nameplates for all the girls to sit on their benches.
Wow.
We've got chain for all of their helmets to hang on. I mean, we really we got it all put together. So we just got to make sure that the girls can go out there and have fun. And they really, we've only had one game, but they've been really excited. They had a lot of fun. And, it's been tough because we've had the last 2 weeks off, and we don't get to go back again until next week. So
now, when does their season end?
It's the end of... It must be the 1st of June.
All right. That's,
it's about 3 months. It's about 3 months, and then it'll go into the fall, and we'll see how things go. But I think she's interested in continuing on. So
yeah, that's good. I was asking about swinging the club because both yourself and Kristen are going to be playing in the Ella Ford Foundation for Rett syndrome coming up on the 19th at is it Cattaraugus County?
At the Cabarrus County Country Club.
Cabarrus? There we go.
Yeah.
Cabarrus. So that's, again, like you've done before. St. Jude's, I believe it was, a couple of years ago. You had your golf tournament and raised money for that. Another great foundation and the continuance of great work that you do for so many causes.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I know that... I spoke with Stacy Compton. He's going to get some people together and come out and play. Mm-hmm. Stephen White.
He's a big golfer, right?
He's a really, I know he played in high school.
Didn't you guys do the, what was that horse thing?
Yeah, we did the horsepower long drive.
That's right. I knew it was horse something, yeah.
yeah, he was a part of that. So he is committed to come out and play. We're going to try to get some more drivers to come out. It's going to be the Monday after the Texas race, but it's it's always a lot of fun to go out and play golf, especially when you get to do it for a good cause, other than just sprinkling golf balls out into the Outer Banks of Charlotte.